Hey everyone, it's Raj from 3CB Performance, back at it again with Laker Film Room. LeBron James' sustained excellence and longevity is a testament to his mental and physical discipline and commitment to the game, his teams, and himself. Those characteristics are born out of a mentality unlike I've ever seen before from an NBA player. In this video, I'll take you through 3 key aspects of Bron's mentality that have made him the person and player you see today. LeBron's focus is predicated on getting out in front of a problem before it ever happens. Proactive prevention. As the old saying goes, an ounce of prevention now or a pound of cure later. Think of it like doing consistent maintenance on your car to keep it running smoothly and optimally versus waiting or ignoring certain indicators and benchmark protocols, eventually leading to a gasket exploding and emergency roadside calls to AAA. Bron and his team work diligently on anticipating problems before they happen and coming up with potential solutions to lessen that risk. For example, LeBron works with biomechanics specialists to help him pinpoint any possible movement weaknesses and then address them. Let's say, completely hypothetically, LeBron and his team notice that he's displaying excess knee valgus, the knee dropping inwards, which is shown to be an underlying root cause for knee pain and increase the risk of certain injuries when he's jumping and landing. His team would first identify the underlying cause or causes, such as muscular weakness or poor muscle activation, meaning the muscle isn't firing when it needs to, due to factors such as impaired proprioception, which is the body's unconscious awareness of joint positioning, and or neuromotor control, movement patterns. Accordingly, he and the team would implement a plan to address these root causes. Those plans and solutions are often on the cutting edge of performance training, which brings us to another fundamental piece of Bron's mentality. LeBron has been on the forefront of adopting new methods and adapting current ones to improve his mental and physical fitness. Some examples include his strength and mobility training regimens have shifted as he's learned more about effective training that better mimics in-game demands, while also challenging him mentally. He was one of the first players to use full-body cryo chambers and had one installed in his house. He worked with a multidisciplinary team, including his longtime trainer Mike Mancias, who came with him from Cleveland to LA, to create a regimented after and between game recovery routine that includes specific meals, modalities like compression machines and compression leggings to aid with inflammation and pain, hands-on massage and muscle activation, and aiming for up to 12 hours of sleep nightly. In 2012, after becoming teammates with Ray Allen and hearing how he was able to prolong his career and fitness by dropping weight, Bron has shed excess weight every offseason to jumpstart his body recompositioning process. In 2015, when LeBron was suffering from persistent nagging low back problems with the calves, he hired a biomechanics specialist and former Navy SEAL, Donnie Raymond, to break down his movement patterns and build them back up, part of which was working extensively on his core muscles and hips. Each works in conjunction with the low back to provide the foundation for all movement. LeBron's third key mentality is a unique, long-term perspective on his training and fitness. He understands that a consistent and measured approach is the key to sustaining performance and staying at the top of your game. That mentality was evident in LeBron even in high school and likely even before that.
So what did it take for you to get to the playing level that you're at right now?
A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work, determination. I was born with God-given talent, but I had to keep working at it. And if I didn't keep working at it, somebody out there that's gonna catch me.
Additionally, that methodical approach builds injury resilience. For example, last season when he suffered the first major injury of his career when he slipped against the Warriors on Christmas Day and reportedly had a grade 2 groin tear, he He came back in roughly 6 weeks, even though his own physio said that she's seen other athletes typically miss up to 6 months with that same injury. LeBron understands that the work he puts in on a daily basis may not have overt short-term effects, but when added up cumulatively, they result in him being able to handle greater stress and load for far longer than 99% of other athletes. If you look at the legends of any sport whose careers spanned multiple decades, the common thread is this clear understanding that what they're doing day in and day out will ultimately pay off the most in the long run. LeBron is a prime example of that. LeBron's unprecedented longevity and excellence isn't by accident. It's due to a detailed, ever-adapting methodology and disciplined execution of it, born out of a mentality and consistency that is head and shoulders above any athlete I've ever seen, each of which are clearly reflected in his mental and physical training regimen, particularly in the off-season, which I'll get into in my next video. That's a wrap for this one. Thanks for watching. My goal is to provide you with in-depth, evidence-based, narrative-free analysis. You can always find me on IG and Twitter at 3CB Performance, along with my own YouTube channel where I deep dive into player injuries of all shapes and sizes. Make sure to sub to that channel along with subbing to this one and following LFR on all social media. 3CB out.